Hello and welcome to Council Watch, formerly Colchester Council Watch. We first started this in November 23, but in the space of just a short few months, the channel has taken on a life of its own and evolved into so much more than just Colchester. We've ended up covering councils up and down the country.
So if we're here to do your job, those ones down the front, can you go and arrest them, please? Right, so can you leave when you're dismissed? We don't require. If you're not going to do your job, we don't require you. Right, that was very childish, wasn't it?
The Planning Inspectorate is fully aware that everyone here is complicit in fraud.
Mr. Hatton, thank you for your question. I do believe climate change is an existential threat to our residents. It legitimise someone claiming the earth is flat in the same way as those private conspiracy theories are banded around as true.
This £5 million report funded by the UK government is not so much absolute zero as absolute insanity.
Inside, these people are quivering with fear because on 9th of July 2019, Richmond Council declared a climate emergency.
I would like to ask, what is the Council's understanding of the term net zero and how it will affect the people of Eastbourne and their local environment?
As well as interviewing experts on things like 5G.
That's my question. How can it not affect us? It's going to affect every single cell in your body. You know, it's coming over us all the time. It's going to affect every single cell in your body.
On what the UN is up to and how it affects our council at a local level, what's going on in farming.
It is a global agenda, and this is really coming from a United Nations directive. And this has been going on for such a long time. Really, they want to corporatise farming and make it state-owned. The very fact that they want to hand farming over to someone like Sainsbury's. I mean, Sainsbury's Future of Food document, it was frightening that Sainsbury's want to start producing their own food. And it's all undercover, it's GMO, it's hideous. It is not going to be healthy.
So this channel has ended up being watched by people all over the country and all over the world because the issues we face are global, they're not just local. But local is the one place we do at the moment still have some power to influence. So that is what this channel is all about. And all of the videos on this channel will be relevant to you regardless of where you are, and you'll get to see behind the scenes of how councils really work. And that actually it's more the council officers that seem to be pulling the strings than the actual councillors. But regardless of who's doing what, they can all be held to personal account. And that is what we are going to focus on in this channel. Many of you throughout the country have been inspired to create your own council watch. So filming this at the beginning of April, we now have 10. I'll link to them in the description below, and there are many more on their way. The purpose of the Council Watch channels is to keep an eye on our local councils, but it's evolving into more than that. We've realised after an entire year of going into our council to warn them about the dangers of things like EVs, 5G, and also the environmental damage that a lot of these so-called green technologies do, and also the very flawed science upon which net zero is based just is falling on deaf ears. So we've realised we need to take a lot more action. Just serving notices, either verbally or written, simply isn't doing the task. So we're going to be starting a new series soon on law and how we can use that to our advantage. Councillors have a duty of care to the public whom they are meant to serve, and if they don't, they can be held personally liable. So over the coming months, we're going to learn about law and what we can do to hold these councillors personally accountable for the actions that they are taking that are detrimental to the public. So we become more than just watchers, we actually take our councils to task. So as many of us are based around Colchester, that will probably get more focus than any of the other councils, but no matter where you are, this channel should still help you tackle your local council. So if you're interested in starting your own Council Watch channel, there is a playlist below to show you how to do that with tips and tricks. So links to the other Council Watch channels are in the description below this video. And whatever other topics come up. So don't be at all surprised if the channel name does change again at some point. But for the time being, Council Watch is what we do.